My name is Justin Khan, and I am an entrepreneur, I guess. I started a couple companies. Justin TV is probably the one that people know about the most. More recently, I've started Exec, which is a way for anyone to hire someone to run their errands in real time. And I'm also a part-time partner at Y Combinator. So I definitely think that keeping the excitement level for individual contributors high has always been something that I've had to think about and to work on. One of the things that we've done is really, I believe in giving people their own domain, right, to work on and their own challenges to figure out. If you're figuring out everything that's happening in the company, you're doing something wrong, as an entrepreneur, CEO, or whatever. I really think that I've tried a lot of different iterations and made a lot of mistakes in kind of management, but one thing that we've really discovered is people want some direction, right? I used to think that, for example, that management meant good management was letting people do whatever they wanted, right? But that's actually not it at all. That's not what people want at all. What people want, at least the people I've worked with, I should probably not make such broad generalizations, but we found a lot of the team wants they want to be masters of their own domain, right? But within a domain. So it's if you're responsible for this part of operations with hiring execs, it's you should make the decisions on how that gets done. And but here's the goals. Here's what our goals are in terms of hiring new execs, people working on the platform. But you are the one to figure it out and explore new ideas for how to do that more effectively. And I think that giving people their own individual challenges has really helped, keep them excited and motivated about what's going on, in the company. It was very hard for me to learn to let go because I am someone who I think big picture, but I also have a tendency to really, when I'm focused on something, really want to control it and micromanage the details and I would focus on this one thing that I think is the next big thing for the company, oftentimes to the exclusion of other things. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs are like that, actually. But one of the things that I realized was that oftentimes wasn't helping because if I was so intently focused on one aspect, if anything in that went wrong, it was delayed, or the new product feature didn't pop quite as much as we wanted it to, or we didn't get all the press that we wanted to for a new product launch, then I would be devastated, and I would just shut down. And I think that was it was kind of a cycle that was repeating itself. And eventually I said, hey, look, this isn't actually what's the net outcome of this thing? It's still good, right? Even though we didn't get every press story that we wanted, it still worked. It was good. I should be happy about that. The overall outcome was good. And I just had to tell myself that over and over and over again until it started to stick. And I would say that's still not something that I'm totally 100% comfortable with. It's but I work on it a lot. So I think the key thing that keeps me sane in startups is, with startups, it's 90% of things are disappointing, right? And 10% is probably good. There's massive swings and ups and downs, and that in the past has created a lot of emotional volatility for me. Because when things are going well, you sort of sold your company, or you hired a great hire, or you got some press, or you raised your financing round. Yeah, everything's awesome. Everyone's congratulating you on Facebook, sending you emails. You feel really good about it. You feel like you're doing things right. But then the next week things always change. Growth is flat, or you didn't make as much money or revenue as you expected you would. Employees quitting for greener pastures. There's always something that's going wrong. Or you you knocked on 10 doors, and 9 of those customers said hey, no, I don't need this product. And so, the emotional swings are one of the hardest parts about dealing with a startup, and that's why I think so many people who try give up. It's not because it's necessarily harder than what you would be doing at a day job. You're probably doing the same things. You're programming or you're selling or whatever, but it's just that you are completely responsible for everything, and that creates this big emotional weight. And so one of the things I've really started to accept in order to deal with it is that there are a lot of things that are outside of your control. A lot of external circumstances will determine the success of your idea, whether the market timing's right for this new kind of service, or whether people, you know, whether a customer, like the economy's right for your kind of service, right? Whether you meet the right people who will finance your company. Many external circumstances are like outside of your control and like, but will affect the outcome, and you know, you have to like be okay with that. And so, you know, I tell myself every day, like whatever happens is going to happen, and the only thing I should care about is the things that are under my direct control. And like most of like everything is a funnel. You know, everything you're going to get like 99 no's before you get one yes. So you have to really think about the overall outcomes and really like let go of the individual things, right? If one person's job through exec goes wrong, that doesn't mean that the entire platform is invalid. That means like, well, you should do what's, you know, make that right through good customer service. But like overall, think about like what's the net number of people who are having good experiences, and that, like, you know, that keeps you sane, I think, as an entrepreneur.